Oh, you're good. Well, I appreciate you commenting. I don't know what the fuck happened there. I had to restart the stream. Everyone went quiet. Everyone went quiet, brother. Ugh. Oh, I gotta stick this foot out. Good God. Foot cramping. Maybe I can do that, bro. Same old shit, different day. How about yourself? How you doing? Yeah. Papa John's. Albeit I didn't eat the last 2 slices, but yeah, you are gay. Anyways, block ban deleted. Nella. Yeah, man. Good to see y'all as well. Slowly but surely carving through all the bullshit on the stream. The trolls are losing their grasp. That's for damn sure these days. It's not as bad as when I came back from being unbanned back in November. That's for damn sure. Clown on what, guy? For my service, I appreciate it, bro, but I'm just doing my civic duty, dog. I'm a civilian. Not a veteran. Hey, how you doing? Grisasco. Yeah. Well, no, I'm like, albeit it's kind of teetering back down, but like, usually when I come back unbanned, I get back in the triple digits. But when I got back November, like the first day, I came back, yeah, I had like triple digits, but within 30 minutes, they all went away. Then I had to get banned again, and then like now it's been like, you know, for at least the last week since I've been unbanned, that like I've been like, you know, way higher viewers than I have been, and like breaching triple digits again. Oh, I got you. Okay. Well, I appreciate it. I know I'm a legend. Do a lot of married men look for me at night? No. Why did I get banned? Because this one, I mean, like, albeit it was misinterpreted, but it could be taken the wrong way. It was within my opinion, like, foresight of, like, you know, if they continue down their path, they're gonna die and you have no choice. Which was like, you know, you're gonna, like, they're gonna kill Vance and Trump. Like, you have no choice at this point. If they continued down the path they were on, it was just heavily misinterpreted. I'm a beast. I would prefer being a humble servant of God, Jesus Christ, Holy Spirit, and Sacred Bible, not a beast. It smells like I use dental floss. Huh? Married men hotspot? No, we're black men and deleting you. Yeah, I like my profile pic too. I like all the ones AI has done of me. I like the one where I first shaved back in November and I asked to put me in a suit with a gun. That's why I have that one with the Desert Eagle, and I'm like, because it was so fucking terrifyingly accurate. I was dying laughing, and I was like, bro, that's my new profile picture. And then I had to put one as a king up. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, Satan's going to try to always divide you and make you waver with Jesus. Albeit, even if you may not act out on it, just you living in your mind. And you got to think, like, albeit you're human, you're not really of one, you're supposed to try to be of one mind as God, Jesus Christ, Holy Spirit, One Sacred Bible are. But, like, if you, like, let Satan in, so to speak, and live in negativity and shit, like, you're failing. You got to, like, fight Satan everywhere. Yes, Dork. How's tent life? I got a tent back in November. Other than that, I've been in an A-frame tarp shelter. It's fine. How's it like living in your house? It's just no different. Yeah, I try to be. Sometimes I can be a phenomenal asshole. Yeah, I'm down for the scripture. Thoughts on Epstein? I'm telling you, bro, wood chipper time. We got to call somebody to build a custom wood chipper that can fit millions of bodies through it. Because albeit they on the Jeffrey Epstein list or not, we putting the pedophiles through the wood chipper. There'll be no inequality here. And then we'll have a bunch of food stands outside this wood chipper. And we'll make it like into a Hunger Games pay-per-view type thing. And then we'll pay how they get tossed into the wood chipper. They may get 1,000 cuts before they go in. They may have to do they may be on a platform that flips them in a way that makes them do a somersault or a backflip. And you sell that shit like an auctioneer. You know, you tell them the name, like when they walk up to the line to go into the wood chipper, right? Whether you just push them in or what people choose. You know, it's kind of like Hostel. You pay for how they go in that wood chipper. I got 500 I got a 500 on a somersault, 1,000 on a backflip, 10 million on a front flip, sold. And then you hit the front flip button, and then poosh, off they go into the wood chipper. And then you take those money proceedings and you split it up to the victims. Because again, this ain't going to just be isolated to the Jeffrey Epstein victims. So, like, you take all that money, it's a fundraiser and everything. It brings the community together. This sounds dark as shit, but... I ain't down with the Epstein gang. I'm down with putting them in the wood chipper, along with every other American and everyone else in the world that's a fucking parent. I'll be honest with you. Everyone wants to throw them in the wood chipper. No, I wouldn't be in that chipper, actually. Sorry, buddy, I have a daughter that was kidnapped from me, bro. The mother never told me I had a kid from birth. Sorry, buddy, I ain't going anywhere near that wood chipper. I'm down there counting the Benjamins, to be honest with you, dog. You'll be going in that wood chipper, though, because you definitely didn't help me finding my daughter back. You definitely aided and abetted in obstructing that return. And they won't even tell me where that alleged video of me is, where I was allegedly trying to sell my daughter for drugs. I love how I can sell somebody I don't even know the name to and been like, don't even know, really. I love how I can just sell them. Like, no, that sounds like you were doing something more fucked up to somebody else, long story short. And then never mind, you came in my stream and accused me of being some pedophile out in Rhode Island for the last year. You've been giving me some heavy projection issues. Guilty conscience for sure. You don't have her anywhere. Anyways. You a pedophile? Corey, my last name is Gold ING. It's just my middle name's Neville. Wow, Molbin said they love Daddy Epstein. Wow, I'm glad I banned you. Oh my God. Because Dead Channel, I don't... Oh, wait, that's who they were talking about. Hold up. Where'd they go? I blocked, banned, deleted someone talking about Dead Channel. But yeah, anyways, I didn't waste my fucking money on drugs. Anyways, block, ban, deleted. The only way you could do that is if you had to, Nico. You really couldn't throw these guilty people into a wood chipper. Come on. I could do it. How do I stay warm at night? I just do. I'm 32, bro. I just turned 32. Bone for my grinder. What the fuck? A-holes are the devil. I'm not the devil. Jesus, I was made a joke about that shit. Ever since Putin accused me of being Satan. It used to be the funniest shit ever. Ukraine's getting help from the Nazis and Satan. Bro, I was in tears with that press release of laughter. I didn't try selling my daughter. You're not even listening. Anyways, block, ban, deleted. I swear I hate the trolls. Yes, I appreciate it, Corey. Thank you. Wanna be the haters or just haters because you know, it's like David Goggins says, you'll never be talking shit about you. Well, letting me being homeless, the way station in my area was closed for about 8 months. I made a Facebook post about it being closed. It opened up the next day. I told a state trooper to go do the fucking job. They didn't like that. They arrested me for resist, obstruct, delay. Yeah, there's 3 pixels because the United States of America government, along with YouTube administrators, for throttling my internet connection. I have a 5G data plan. Nosh for rock? No. I'm ugly? No, you wish I was ugly. I'm Mr. Steal Your Girl and Mr. Steal Your Man, all at the same time. Happy late birthday. I appreciate that. It was back in October, bro. It's way late now. Well, I appreciate the compliment. In my area, not a lot. You'd have to go about 10 miles to Burlington or like out into Durham if you wanted like actual like aid as homelessness. I've tried to get government housing, but you got to have a disability. You got to have a family. Yeah, Corey. And like, look, I don't know everything, but I do know a lot. I'll tell you that. They're not microchipping homeless people. Again, it's like the illegal immigrants, bro. I'm not worried about it. I'm out here being a law-abiding citizen helping my government. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not too worried about, like, you know, this microchipping work camp for the homeless type thing. I got a job, man. I'm a monetized YouTuber. I'm not acting like a Democrat, bro. I'm politically independent. Hey, truth teller, go get your dog and special forces unit that were blown up before they got out of Baghdadi. All right, that's right, you can't. Where were you for the last 7 years? Better maybe play some System of the Down, BYOB. Where the fuck are you? Albeit they say it's party time before all that goes down. Been here for the last 7 years by myself at the top of this mountain, theoretically ripping my hair out. Like Turk from Scrubs. I'm so pissed off about that raid and them dying for nothing. And y'all looking at me like JD, and it's like, no! Like, bro, I will chop this place up, dog. I'm so fucking mad about that. Albeit I am not there with them, and then everyone around them's kind of similarly qualified as them. It just pisses me off that, you know, I avidly talk shit about America and veterans and shit, but that's a different type of conversation there. Like, no, I have a lot of respect for veterans, and like, bro, no one gave a fuck that they were killed by our own. And it's been 7 years. That's the worst part of it all. No one cared. And these are like the most elite people in the world that fight and sacrifice their life for your fucking constitutional rights. That's where I'm like dumbstruck about it all. Like, I'm not a big bootlicker, and I like a symbiotic relationship with people because we're human beings, and I like respect, and I like giving respect. You know, respect's earned type thing. But at the same time, that situation, like, no, I'm so pissed off about that. Like, and people are trying to cover it up that are like veterans themselves and ignore it. Like, homie, that could have been me, that could have been you, and like the X amount of people besides our dog. No, we're gone, no one fucking cares, and if somebody does care to put the shoe on the other foot, they're in my position. No, you're some homeless drunkard that has lived life and done shit and all this other shit, and everyone hates you. That's the only one who gives a fuck. You gotta put the shoe on the other foot. No, I don't do drugs, like, in general. I don't sound like Sean Strickland, but okay. Everyone sounds like me on social media. Y'all just need to tune into the lives and go back to like the very first time I started streaming live and put 2 and 2 together. You'll watch me be a pretty much drip-fed image of content from other people. I know the work I'm doing to survive is a lot less than what I need to work somewhere. Look, Frost, I hope you do understand, like, I'm living homeless in a city. Like, homie, I could go out in the woods homeless somewhere with a river and a lake, and like a huge lake. Camp out there. Bro, all I gotta do is walk out to the pond with my fishing rod, catch a fish. I got food for the day, water, shelter. I don't have to worry about bills and all this other shit. And I get to chill out and do whatever the fuck I want. And if I actually have a brain and like engineering capabilities, no, I can have like a solar panel and thing and have power out there, have a phone, hack into a satellite and have internet. Living outside and free and homeless is a lot better than being a part of that stupid fucking rat race. Because at the end of the day, a lot of you do not understand careers. Minimum wage jobs were for high school employees that were just turning into adults and getting into the real world and having to pay bills and shit before they go to college and then get an education and get a career. You were never supposed to live off of McDonald's salary. McDonald's salary was for like 16 and 18-year-olds that needed a job to like pay their allowance and their phone bill and shit when they were younger. It's a product of a different generation. You got to realize this is 2026. And people fail to realize where a lot of this shit was implemented from the earlier generations. Why am I homeless? Because pretty much the way station area was closed for 8 months. I made a Facebook post about it being closed. And then it opened up the next day. I told a state trooper resist obstruct delay. Me, I'm in Alamance County, North Carolina, in Mebane. Marker space. No. What is that? I mean, I might have. I'm not sure. What is it? Is it something to do with Facebook? Or like MySpace? I don't fucking know. Yes, Voya, it doesn't matter. All of NATO combined 700 million. I mean, not even a million people, excuse me. Only 700 million. China and India alone, you're talking about 4 billion people. That's not all of BRICS together. That's just India and China together. All of NATO together is only 700 million. Dumbest advice you ever heard. Wait, who's talking about what? Wait. Oh, you're probably talking about Chips Lee over there. That's why I didn't even read the comment. They're talking bitching about cigarettes being the worst drug. It's hilarious. Yeah, I am practically free, Slum. Did I brush my teeth today? I don't have any teeth, dog. They all rotted the fuck out because I was too lazy to brush them. Block ban deleted. Oh, yeah, get a car while I'm out here homeless on a minimal income. It's going to make sense to pay for brakes, tags, insurance, gas, rotors, I said brakes, but windshield wipers, headlights. Yeah, it's going to make sense to get that unnecessary extra expenditures. No, I'm not moving in with you. Block ban deleted. Again, what is marker space? I've asked you that. I'm about to block ban delete you. No, I'm not homeless because of bad decisions. I'm homeless for trying to do the right thing. That's interesting to know you look Down syndrome. Anyways, block ban deleted. No, it's gold ing. Block ban deleted. All right, Holy. Racist opinions. What racist opinion? We ain't even talked about race. Anyways, block ban deleted. No shit, bro. It's a cigarette. What do you think it's gonna do? Give me superpowers? Like, what the fuck? Kanisha? Who the fuck is Kanisha? Oh no, we're not a match made in heaven. I don't know who that cum dumpster is. It's like the male version. Oh god. It's not every other day, but either way, it's an unnecessary extra expenditure. So I'm talking about oil changes and tire rotations and new tires. I mean, you're easily talking about an extra $3,000 every year. AI ain't taking over. Only an idiot would let AI take over. End of the day, if there's any AI robots working in there, I'm going to go in there and order 10,000 hamburgers and walk the fuck out the door. And if it's nothing but AI robots in there, I'm going to go in the back and steal the food and go cook it out here. AI ain't taking over. And they're going to all be on the same ISP, by the way, internet service provider. And unless they put them on all the individual circuits, like if you hack into one, you hack into them all. So you can shut them all down. So no, AI is not taking over. You can't hack humans. You can try to manipulate them, gaslight them, smear campaign them, cancel culture them, but you can't control them. At no point can somebody magically hypnotize you and all that. No, you willfully allowed that. There's no if, and, or but about it. Don't even respond. Don't even worry about responding to holes. And the sad part is targeted by your message. I had to hit show on. You don't even have anything aggressive in there, offensive. That's all you said. And 17K subs, so clearly people love hearing his opinion. I had to hit show on that. That shows you the level of like cancel they're at with me and my stream. Is it a lecture? No, it's just my opinion, religious belief, independent journalism, comedic special, bro. I mean, it can't. Oh, wait, lucrative. My bad. Oh, my God, I misread that. My hair color's showing. My bad. Yes, it can be very lucrative, but right now I'm having to fight through the zombie horde of cancel culture trolls. I mean, technically, yes, cigarettes are a drug, but consider to something like fentanyl, crack, heroin, or meth, or cocaine, it's not a drug. By its technical definition, yeah, it's a drug, but like compared to those, fuck no. No, you don't need to sell those t-shirts. They're mine. Piss the fuck off. How do I stay warm? I just stay warm, bro. A colossal, the sad part is, it's kind of true. Unfortunately, everyone's worried about the birth crisis and all this other shit and World War III. I'm worried about the unique individualism of other human beings, because after streaming for only 1 year now and doing an A through Z type of conversation podcast from religion, politics, movies, entertainment, games, everyone's kind of on an NPC script. There's no individualism anymore. I might get like one like blue moon through my streams throughout the months. That's like very different than everyone else. Other than that, they're on an NPC script and they're all the fucking same. What the fuck? And Samantha's eating toothpaste. Looking to Friday the 13th stream, I guess. Extra $3,000 a year. No, it's only about maybe almost $2,000 at most. If I get 2 packs of cigarettes at $6.81 a cent all year. And maybe it'd be less than that because I don't smoke them all in one day and then get 2 packs every day. So no, it wouldn't even be $3,000. I'm just gonna block ban, delete you. Getting tired of your worthless opinion. You're not gonna make a point here. Because at the end of the day, when I break down the math to you through my stream and the amount of viewers I have to come back to view me every month, and if 220, almost 50,000 people view one ad on my stream a day, homie, we're talking about $600, $700 fucking dollars a day. We're talking about $16,000 to $20,000 at the end of the month. I don't need a financial debate with you, Dennis. You make me feel like I'm Hammond in fucking goddamn Jurassic Park. I will not get dragged into another financial debate with you, Dennis. I don't blame people for their mistakes, but I expect them to pay for them. Do I get good food from the grocery store dumpsters? I hadn't had a dumpster dive for food. Like, I ate it in a box, froze from a box. So. I was like when I first got out here. Bro, I ain't any of that shit. At no point do I crave a giraffe steak, elephant steak, or gorilla. I mean, Jesus, maybe if it was like an antelope. Or like a wildebeest. Maybe. I am breathing trash. Well, thank you. That's appreciative. Thank you. I'll remember that when I go cut myself one day. No, there's not ways to stop me from hacking. You have to realize it's an AI robot and I can infiltrate its computer system just in case I have to do maintenance on it, dum-dum. And you're acting like a computer program that is specifically designed to take orders and only orders, not exactly to defend itself from cyber attacks, is something you can't hack into. Oh, wow, it's got Wi-Fi here. Oh, wow, this is going to be easy. It's all I needed. Like, no, you have Wi-Fi there. All I got to do is look at porn. Now your internet's ruined. And everyone and their mother and across the world can get in there. Yeah, Anthony, you should take your own advice. Block, ban, deleted. No, the bots wouldn't enemy. The bots are there designed to build and make food. The AI robots are not in there to defend it. Because at the end of the day, they could confuse a customer coming in there and attack the customer, and then you have an iRobot situation. No, you're too stupid to understand this. I don't expect you to understand this. You're too dumb. Albeit, I'm not scrolling all the way. Good God, there's a lot of updates. Like, damn, I'm so far behind the chat. Yeah, the weather in NC's better today. It's hot as fuck out here. Probably not a whole lot. I had like a whole breast and like a chicken wing, Peruvian flavored, with like a shit ton of green beans and rice. Why am I homeless? It's in this video, bro. I just got to the live chat at like the beginning message. Sorry, I was further back in the chat, block, ban, and deleting all these goddamn haters. Anyways, let me go back here. All right, there, block, ban, deleted. I'm bisexual. Anyways, block, ban, deleted. Not worried about sucking dicks. Anyways, if I choose to suck someone's dick or let him in my cheeks, I chose to do that. What's my biggest regret in life? I wouldn't call it my biggest regret, man. But like when I was younger, dog, I would have went to aviation school. I could have started when I was 12. My dad literally tried to get me into that, but I never jumped on it, and I should have. When I look back now as an adult, I could be a fucking pilot right now. I could have been a pilot when I got out of high school. No, I'm not choosing to be homeless, Andrew. No, we know it. It's just a simulation of what, people want it to look like as the end of the world. Last time I checked, there aren't meteors falling down and raining fire. There ain't floods. Well, I wouldn't say floods, but there ain't blood water everywhere. We're good. When it's the end of the world, you'll know. I don't see 7-headed beasts falling from the sky the size of Godzilla yet, and one of their heads being wounded and healing. You got to realize Jesus Christ's prophecy ain't happened yet. There's a major difference there. No, I am making that much money. Block ban deleted. I could be, anyways. And no, I'm not an addict, anyways. All right, yeah, we're gonna block ban delete this, dude. No, I don't eat Rocky Mountain oysters. This is gross. You love me. I don't know who you are. I'm block banning and deleting you. Why does porn ruin your internet? Dude, that shit's riddable with viruses, dog. What TikTok video? Go get her. Yeah, I'm in Alamance County, North Carolina, bro. It's like 73 degrees out here. Hold on, what did Go Get Us say? Hold on, I gotta put them in timeout. I don't know what they said on that one. I don't need to charge my phone at McDonald's. I got a battery pack, dipshit. I'm gonna block ban and delete you. Block ban, delete this loser. Block ban, delete that loser. Oh, they're already block ban deleted. Swearing my ass off? Yeah, I swear all the time. I got a piss poor vocabulary. I'm not showing you my butthole. It's an inappropriate question. Block ban deleted. It's in the description of the video if you want to know what made me homeless. Alright, yeah, Go Get Us getting block ban deleted. I know Jesus loves me. Anyone that said came homeless, get shelter first, Dave. I'll tell you for that outright. I'm assuming you're homeless out, like, and it doesn't matter if you're out in the woods, shelter. You know, preferably your shelter's around a water source and food, but at the end of the day, you got to remember you're out in nature, and nature needs water and food. So you build shelter first, and then find that. You know, I could get into the Roland speech from Lost World Jurassic Park. You know, might as well go ahead and set up camp in a Rex nest. Why don't you? You know what I mean? You're on a very active game trail. Like predator or prey mode, that point in nature when you're near a water source. Let alone like an active food source, whether it's just berries or something. Yeah, it might be a herbivore or something, but you're in an area where bears hunt that herbivore. And guess what? The bear smells you before there's like I wouldn't say herbivore, but no, yeah, herbivore, excuse me. I was thinking of omnivore for a second, but you know, you're in the area near that food source, there's no herbivore there for that predator to eat or that carnivore. And they smell you, you get eaten. And you become bear shit or cougar shit or bobcat shit. Nah, I'm gonna block ban delete everyone, bro. I'm gonna show them how much of a worthless loser they are. Because albeit right now, anyone can chat. It's not on a 5-minute subscriber time. No, these people will dedicate 20 minutes and keep making new Google accounts to come in here and talk shit. And call me a bum. They ain't figured it out yet and self-reflected and looked in the mirror. It's better to be solo. Me, I'm in North Carolina. Well, do you have a tarp to go over that tent, Dave? Yeah, Dim son, you think they'd do something about it after, you know, fucking Michaela Raines offed herself because of it. And all that bitch, I don't even want to call her a bitch, but all that girl did was just make fucking videos about foxes. So, that shows you how fucking depraved these people are. Got some dog for me. That just sounds racist. Anyways, block ban deleted. Have I seen the skinwalker that lives in the wood yet? Probably. Prayed for it to go away, and it was making noises as it went away. That's the plan, Mort. I do it all myself. That's another reason why I don't have moderators. I had people trying to act like they moderated for me, and like, there's just so much bullshit I have to deal with. Ugh. Hold on, I think usually you're a dickhead. Now you're trying to be nice. Hold on. No, I might have got to shoot for someone else. Probably same person, who knows. Anyways. Yeah, Dave, that's all I'm going to try to tell you. You want to displace, what I was getting at, though, with the tarp, you want a tarp for under your tent, so when the water does rain, the water doesn't seep through your tent from the bottom. You need a tarp there. You fold it up the size of your tent, and you also need one above it to help displace a lot of the rain, because eventually, if the rain keeps hitting here, the water will eventually bleed through. And then if it's cold out, nonetheless, as well while it's raining, your condensation from your breath will start to create moisture on the inside of your tent. So you need good ventilation to keep it dry, but that good ventilation could let too much cold air in at the same time. How am I doing? I'm doing all right, Gav. And then if you really need a fire, I would suggest the Dakota fire pit, because it's underground more than anything. It's pretty much a hole straight down. Hold on. It's pretty much a hole straight down with a hole coming in it sideways. So that way you can put airflow in this hole. The fire's down in a hole, and like if you got a pan or a grate, you can make the hole the size that will fit the pan and crate and just heat it up anyways, or your pot, so you can cook food and no one will see the light if you really need a fire. Yes, Token, I've seen a lot of shit throughout my life, not like all while I've been out here homeless. I've seen a little bit, but not a lot. I'm not one of those people that, saw something and, I'm like, oh, I see something every day. It's random times. Well, I was banned for like 2 weeks a week ago. Well, over a week ago. I just got unbanned a week ago. So I was banned for 2 weeks. I was banned the 23rd of January, I think. And then, Catch, I appreciate the donation. I'm in North Carolina right now. Technically, I'm in the South. No, I'm not a pedophile on the run right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. You've been coming at me for that one for over a year now. So either you've been aiding and abetting in stolen identity, and you released a pedophile back onto the streets, because that's a Matthew Golding out in Rhode Island. Allegedly, Matthew Golding. I don't know if their middle name's the same or different. So, I'm not sure what you're talking about there, brother. I'm in North Carolina, Alamance County, dog. And I'm pretty sure if I was in jail, I would have been made aware. Well, when I was in jail, I'd be made aware that, someone stole my identity, but yeah. Again, unless you want to admit to active aiding and abetting to stolen identity. And then fraud, impersonation, lying to the police. I mean, goddamn, son. You threw your life away. That's not getting into libel, slander, obstruction of justice. I mean, Jesus Christ. I can just keep going. Stolen valor. Like, goddamn, son. It's better to be solo, Adam. I answered you already. Well, your metal can better be like 10. Semi-copper, because if it's like aluminum, it'll melt. Oh, okay, Catch. I appreciate it either way. No, I've not trained hop. Train hopping's a felony, bro. I've rode it on an Amtrak when I bought a ticket. Like, wanting to not be homeless? Yes. Well, I'm glad you know exactly where I am. Cool. Why don't you come fuck around and find out? Yes, I'm homeless. Just because I have money for a phone or phone time and cigarettes does not mean I have enough money for rent, but okay. I got you, Dave. Oh, fuck. What'd you say, Patrick, again? I almost forgot. Probably scroll too far up. Shit, I hit show on it. Where the fuck did it go? Connecticut, I keep the fire going all night. I got you. Well, rocks around it. Fuck that. It's in a pit. Oh my God, David. I mean, not David. Patrick asked me something. I guess it's further up. I answered it like Adam, but I guess I had to repeat it. Where the fuck did it go? Alright, what the fuck ever. It might have been a different Patrick. That's being a dick, and I'm getting confused. Yeah, you got to worry about that risk too, Mort. You know, if you don't exactly get on the train, there's going to be rails, like wheels that, you know, can decapitate you or kill you. Okay, whatever that is. Anyways, block being deleted. No, I'm good. I like the cold. I prefer the cold. Okay, Brewster, I appreciate it. To be a more successful monetized YouTuber than I already am, dog. I want to be like more like have all the subscribers. Like picture the top. Look at the top 10 YouTubers. I don't care whoever goes there until I'm there. Like until I'm there, add all those subscribers together. I'm number one. Besides being a political advisor, like I've been doing. That way I got the freedom to do whatever the fuck I kind of want to do and be where I need to be and like be able to help. Well, pretty much be where I need to be before I keep like going down to redundancy, repeating myself. You know, rather than I have to sit here with my fucking hand tied because my boss says so. No, I am my own boss. I tell you what to do. You know what I mean? Nah, fuck that. Come here. Stove the hobo. I don't know who the fuck that is. All I know is a bunch of people are pissed off at me because when I started streaming homeless, a bunch of homeless people started streaming. You know, albeit some of these people that have been claiming to be homeless, been homeless for years before I even started streaming. I just started YouTube streams to kind of spread my political content a little bit further outside of Facebook and X. And then, like, I ended up with 17,000 subscribers and nearly 300,000 people returning to view my channel every month. And, like, I want to say almost, or maybe if not, 3 million clicks on my channel now. Like, I wasn't expecting this. I'm still, like, dumbstruck myself. You know, every day I wake up and pretty much see 2 Helms Deeps in front of me. Subscribe to me. You know, not getting into the views, like, Jesus Christ. I got pretty much 5 full Michigan stadiums looking at me. I think Michigan Stadium can hold about like 68,000 people every month. Like, you know what I mean? It's insane. I mean, I could possibly get in a shelter, but I don't want to be in a shelter around a bunch of junkies going, you know, on a stream going, yes, thank you for the $50. I might as well put on a meat suit and walk into a lion exhibit. Hey Chips, how you doing? But yeah, I feel a little bit more free. You know, money's the biggest issue with homelessness. Unless you're really going off to try to be like homestead, which I'm not trying to do. I'm just homeless, unfortunately, due to like a series of unfortunate circumstances. But, uh, you know, I can go wherever the fuck I want, do whatever I want type thing. I don't have to worry, like, you know, I can come back to where I camp. And if I was in a better spot type thing, more like stealth camping, nobody would know where I was camping at anyways. And I can go wherever I fucking want, come back when I want. And, you know, I know how to camp and survive, so it don't matter where I'm at. Especially shower and wash, hygienic reasons. What? God, it's so hot today. Fucking hands are sweating, my feet are sweating. I don't even have my socks on. And all my layers. My battery pack's still charging. Awesome. You're trying to tell me you sent me a donation. Nothing went through. I put it on anyone only. Like, why is it fucking lagging? What the fuck? I'm gonna leave that dude, making sure. And then Token, I don't know if you're still on the stream, but the weird shit I've seen, even before I became homeless and when I had a house and shit. I don't live in Charlotte. I don't know why I'm just giving me a weather update for Charlotte. I live in Mebane, but okay. Or Alamance County. I'm worried about shit out here, but... But, yeah, like, bro, like, shit, when I was a kid, dog... Wait, were you specifically asking me when I was out here, though? Let me check your original question. Okay, no, I can actually talk about my childhood and shit, too. I appreciate the $5. Thank you. Check out the channel. I probably won't be able to check out the channel. I'm too busy with other stuff, unfortunately. The only time I'm ever really to check out other people's channels is when I'm, like, banned from YouTube. But like my childhood, dog, I've went out, like I was maybe like 7. I went outside to test the weather to see whether or not I needed a hoodie. Because, you know, like at the end of the day, I could see how cold it is. And like, you know, if I could go from the car to like a building, or if I went outside briefly and then went back into a building, I needed a hoodie. But when I went out there, I had something call my full name from the fucking woods. I answered. 2. I was just sitting there on the back porch and I heard something call my full name and I was just like, hello? And nothing answered, and I was over there creeped the fuck out with goosebumps going up my back and everything. I ran the fuck back inside because this is like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning before sunrise. Like I woke up before everybody and I was just going outside to test the weather, whether or not I needed a jacket. Or like to wear pants or something, because I just wear shorts and a t-shirt. Albeit it'd be like 30 degrees outside or something. I had something call my full name from the woods. The house I grew up in, like no, like the bathroom door, like the lady in the bathroom died from a heart attack. So if you were laying in the bedroom or in the living room and you could like were laying like looking towards the bathroom, you would literally see the door itself open and shut. And if you were in like the bedroom, you could see the shadow open and shutting. Then we moved to another house. If you were sitting down in the den, Whether you like, unless you move the couch up to like closer to the TV, the couches were in the den of this double wide. So you really couldn't see down the hall where they were at. You had to push one of them up. But if you were sitting at the fireplace there, where you could like, it wasn't, you would see this white fucking orb run across the hallway from like the front door to the damn dining room table or the dinner table, and from the dinner table to the front door. And then if you were in the house by yourself, you know, the couch out would have to be pushed up, and like you're playing a video game or something out there, and you'd see it out of your peripheral. Because other than that, you're behind a wall and you wouldn't see it. You'd have to be sitting at the fireplace to see it. And then if you're in the house by yourself, albeit I'm sure it happened when we were all there, but there was just so much noise you couldn't hear it. But if you're in the house by yourself, you would hear somebody walking up and down the hall, and then you could kind of hear one of our old cats, what they call zoomies, when your cat's like 3 o'clock in the morning, or they're just running up and down the hall in the middle of the day. You would hear that, and you're in the house by yourself. You would just hear like a cat running down the hall, or you'd hear somebody like do like walking. I had one weird thing happen, but like it's kind of came around and went away, but it's kind of been the same thing that's been following me around for a while. A buddy of mine, back in high school, we hung out one night. He came over late one night, and late as fuck in the night for like to hang out on a weekend. But we went down the road and we're smoking weed, and like, albeit a lot of people would be like, that's a fox, coyote, or a deer or something, or a bob or a cougar. No, it was neither of those fucking things. And that thing kind of followed me around my entire life. Mind you, this is sporadically over years. Like right now at this point, I'm in like high school at this point in the journey. Albeit I lived at that same house with like the orb and somebody walking up and down the house and stuff if you're there by yourself. This is kind of the same area. Like from like, you know, I moved there when I was in 4th grade, which would be 2004-ish. And the stuff before was at my other house when I was a kid. So I want to say that's all the weird shit that I was like aware of. God only knows what was really going on and I wasn't aware to, but I want to say I got older, and then like one day, it was like 2016. It was me, my oldest brother, and my dad on the front porch. And we were about to go into the house, but something caught our eye in the sky. It was a red light and shit, but you could kind of see the silhouette of the ship. Now, mind you, this red light would kind of be like right here, but you could see like a like towering part thing on the ship that was like massive, bro. And there was another light on it, like it seems close, albeit there's a light here and there's another light like up here. It seems close, but bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, if you launched a nuclear device at that thing, if the electromagnetic pulse didn't take it down, homie, you just tickled it. You pretty much threw a firecracker at that thing. That's how massive this ship was. And me and my brother and my dad saw it, and me and my oldest brother got in his car, drove around looking for the fucking thing. Could not find it. And you could see all like aviation teams out there looking for whatever the fuck that was. Hey, Mirage. Time went on. You know, it's about 2016. Nothing really weird in that house or anything going on there. Time went out and we moved to another spot out in the country. We're off a conservation zone. Um, I saw a kind of another type. This one wasn't as big as what I saw in 2016. Um, but it was practically like a fucking helicarrier from Avengers flying over. But the lights were like horizontal on this thing, on the bottom. I've seen one where they're horizontal, and I'll get into that when I get out here into homelessness. But I saw this one with lights going straight down it, and it looked like pretty much a fucking helicarrier, bro. Flying over me. I was quiet about it, but this is back in 2018. You know, I was like, that might be some secret military project that I got to be first eyes on, but, you know, I think that's a UFO, bro. You know what I mean? And then, like, in 2019, I was taking care of my dad who had stage 4 lung cancer. And then, like, I was watching Paranormal Activity caught on camera one day, and I got a wild hair up my ass. And the wild hair was like, I'm listening to all these professional experts in their career say, I don't know what the fuck that is, and making that noise. What my dumbass epiphany moment was, let me take that noise of that creature, because they might be communicating with another one of their species, right? I was like, let me take that audio clip and go out in the woods with it and use it like a deer call, quail call, duck call. Like I was hunting duck, quail, or deer, but I'm hunting this demon or creature. That was my bright-ass, dumb-ass moment to go fuck around and find out, because I started that in late November, and then fucking COVID reared its ugly-ass head in January. I got many controversial opinions on COVID, because at the same time, I'm also saying our special forces unit was killed by al-Baghdadi. You know, Jeffrey Epstein's dying at the time. You know, I have a controversial opinion on COVID, which would be me and my dumbass research. Fuck around, find out. And somebody just skipping quarantine somewhere because they think they got attacked by a tiger or a bear, and skipping basic, you know, conspiracy New World Order quarantine protocols, because that can't go back to a regular morgue. If it does, the amount of like microbiome, like the bacteria and the microorganisms from that species integrating into regular human society will be disastrous. That was my viewpoint on it, but you know, there's more logical explanations for COVID, or conspiratorial ones, besides them saying it's a variant of SARS. But when I was out doing that, I would be like using baby calls too. I would do the audio calls, and then I'd make babies whining, because I was trying to act like prey. So they would come in and be like, oh, it's a baby. Like, I figured, like, you know, quite possibly it's a creature. It's been around since Jesus walked the earth. You know, and here's a baby crying out in the middle of the woods. It's easy food. I think I found a Bigfoot, because come to find out, we're taking it with a grain of salt whether it's true or not. Albeit it didn't. Allegedly, baby calls will attract a Bigfoot. Because when I was doing that, at one point, dude, I mean, it sounded like somebody picked up a 100-pound rock and just slammed it into the mud. I mean, the thud of this thing. And I went out the next morning to look for it, and like, no, bro, there was a branch like thicker than my neck. And I want you to understand, like, that's how thick my neck is, thicker than my neck. And just like, snapped it the fuck off. That's the only thing that could have made that thud. Because, like, I was at least 50 yards, 60 yards away from where it actually, like, thudded into the ground. And, I mean, it sounded like it was right beside me. And mind you, I had 2 full purebred German Shepherds at the time. I don't want them to get fucked up with what I'm searching for, but I'm using them as a, like, pre-warning. I figured the dog would hear, smell, and, like, you know, all that, whatever I'm hunting, before I see it. And I know to go get fucking boomstick. Besides, drag my dogs inside. Because I'm not letting my dogs die. I had that happen. I assume it was a Bigfoot or something, because I don't know too much that can fucking break a branch like that off. And I mean, like, snap, like, tush. It's day 2000, or I mean not 2000, 1244. I'm just on a question that someone asked me about supernatural shit I've seen, and they didn't get specific, so I'm going through like my whole life of all the shit I've seen. Because I would like be using audio calls, albeit a lot of people accuse Maddie Ann of being fake and shit, but I'm sorry, the amount of hate and heat she got for the paranormal activity she got, it looks like the Men in Black came up to her, paid her like whatever the fuck they paid her to keep her mouth shut. Because at the same time, no, I went out in these woods, and at a certain point in my investigations, maybe about December, January, albeit COVID's here, I got tired of like not really getting anything, so I broke my safety bubble and started to walk out in the woods. And then I didn't like what I was doing, and I like cut back. I went in, I cut to the left, cut back out, came back out in my yard. And like if you live at my old house out in Eflin, if you look me up on White Pages, I don't live there anymore. If you're on the front porch, you get to this big the big tree close to the house on the front porch. When I got to that tree, like, no. As soon as I got to that tree and was about to take a step forward past it, there was a loud fucking metal bang. Like somebody took a metal pipe on like a sheet of metal and just went, whoop-a-doo! I mean, dude, I fucking shoosh, straight down. Like, you know, just like, what the fuck? Like, you know, ready to like, you know. And mind you, this is like winter, dead winter. It's like 10, 20 degrees outside right now. This is like 4 o'clock in the morning. And the closest neighbor's like 2 miles off, 3 miles off. And this sounded like it was dead in the middle of the woods. Like maybe only 100 yards in at most. And trust me, I've explored these woods and there's no metal to bang on out there. It's all like woods, rock, everything else. There ain't no secret moonshine distillery out there. No. I'd be bored and high on weed and want to go exploring because I got nothing else better to do. You know, especially when I'm in a new area, I like to know my environment. There's nothing out there to bang on. And again, sure, the neighbor 3 miles, 2 miles, 3 miles away is like a farmer and has a metal roof, but I doubt he's sitting there at 4 o'clock in the morning putting a ladder up to go fucking bang on his roof with a metal pipe and 20-degree weather. You know, that's a logical answer I could go for that. And at the same time, when I'd be doing these investigations too, I don't know if bullets going by your head and then going up. Because I had something go buzz by my head twice. I'll be honest with you, if that thing caught my head, I wouldn't have a head. The chunk of it would have came off. Whatever went zipping by my head. And again, this is like cold weather. And I'm off the edge of a conservation zone. I don't know if shit going zipping past my head and then going up. Straight, zhoosh. And like I'm ducking this way too, by the way, mind you, as it's whoosh, and I can hear it zipping past my ear. I've had that happen, and then like one day it snowed and my dogs were going fucking berserk. And you know, just for basic safety reason, I was only going to go out in the morning. I could have went out at night, but I follow these tracks. I follow these tracks. They go straight behind my house. It's a pair of tracks. It almost looks like the Devil Jersey tracks. By the way, I looked up all snow tracks. I can't find anything similar to it. It looks like the Jersey Devil. That's the closest thing I ever seen to it. When I looked at the Jersey Devil tracks, it's the closest thing I ever seen to it. Well, this thing went straight behind my house and allegedly kept going straight. So at some point, it went around, walked in a circle, and then it kept going straight. But something before that one kept going straight behind my neighbor's houses and more into the country. Another set of tracks branched off to the left and went deeper back into the woods. I followed the tracks that went deeper back into the woods because I knew where the tracks went behind all my neighbor's houses and where that was going to lead me to. And I don't want to be like on my neighbor's property and shit and scaring them and be like, what the fuck are you doing here? Albeit it's snow and I doubt they were out there, but at some point they could have been. Or they would have saw my tracks or something. I didn't want to think, albeit they would have saw mine beside those, but I follow the ones that go deeper into the woods. God, that was a pain in the ass to track, because at a certain point we get to like a pine tree where the snow didn't hit in too good, and a pine tree area patch, and I had to walk all the way around it so I didn't jeopardize any of the tracks. I come back out on the other side, this thing that was walking singularly, like with like 1 foot this way, turns into 2 feet this way, and then branches off to the right, walks in a circle, and then continues back 2 feet this way, and then branches back to 1 foot. And I get to a river that is probably like the land's here on this side of the tent, and then maybe the other side of the river is right there at those cans. It wasn't like, it was a little creek. I don't want to say river. Rivers are bigger than that. It was a creek. But this thing, I had to jump over it. This thing, whatever the fuck it was, just took one step. No problem, no stress in the snow, like it jumped anything. And even then, it didn't have the cat imprint, like another animal's imprint of it having to jump the creek. This thing just stepped the fuck over. And then kept going, and I kept following these, but I kept getting closer to my neighbors. I knew I was probably about a mile in the woods. And then I started to rationally think to myself, no one in my household knows what the fuck I'm doing. I'm over here a mile in the goddamn woods by myself. And it was like, it's time for me to go back, because this thing has me right where it fucking wants me. And like, I swear it was just snow falling out of a tree, but I could have sworn on my way back I saw something bipedal and pale as fuck running back this way and like catching a tree on my way back. Well, I said catching a tree, but like what I thought was snow falling, it walked from behind one tree to another. And it was some pale bipedal thing. I thought it was snow, because at the same time snow was falling too, so I was like, it's just snow falling out of a tree, and I kept walking back. That might be like the last like supernatural experience I had. Oh no, I got a couple more actually. Yes, Billy. This is like 2019 too as well. Actually, no, this one was back in 2018. It's like I didn't have a job yet and everything, and like I had no money, so I was like 100% sober. But I was a night owl. I go to sleep late. Well, it's about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Again, I live on the edge of a conservation zone. I have owls out there. Well, the owls would typically hoot about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Well, I went out to go check on the owls. And while I'm out there on the front porch, there's a fire pit in the front yard. There's a tree in the middle of the big tree I was talking about where that loud metal bang was. Well, this tree at the fire pit in the front close to the house, as I'm looking out in the woods waiting for the owls to sit there, I see something out of my peripheral, and I'm thinking to myself, is that a fucking bunny on its hind legs running? And it's saying all, like within a nanosecond, I'm like, wait, bunnies don't run on their hind legs. And I'm looking over, and no, it was this like 3 foot, maybe 3.5 foot, egg-shaped head, tan, like brown, like mixture of like this like fucking brown here and like, dark colorations of that and like light tan mixed into it, running from that tree into the woods. Or so I think I saw an extraterrestrial. And then one time, like after my dad died, there were like a day after my dad died, like I'd take a shower, like the day my dad died and all that stuff, and like after, I'd take a shower. My room was here. There was a wall here that protruded out. My doorway was on the like inside of that wall, and then the other door on the other side is my brother's room. Well, on this protruding wall separating these two rooms, after my dad died, something kept catching the corner of my eye past that protruding wall. Well, come to find out, maybe after like the 3rd or 4th day of me walking by and I got tired of seeing it in my peripheral, I stopped, turned, and looked at it. There's a motherfucking bloody handprint. Like leaning in on the wall to my bedroom. Like after my dad passed April 4th, 2020 at noon. There was a bloody handprint like on the protruding wall to my doorway. That like the hand was literally like bent in on the protruding wall, like leaning into like my room. Because I was taking care of my dad when he had stage 4 lung cancer. He got diagnosed in 2019 in May. And then like it became between me and my mom getting a job, and my mom would rather work than me, because if I had to work, my mom would have had to take me to work, drive back, and then when I got off work, come and get me and then drive back. So I got stuck with taking care of my dad, and I couldn't work. And at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck if I was a billionaire. I would have said, guys, I got to go on vacation. This one's, I'm still in control here, and I'll try to do what I can from here, but like, I got to go home and take care of my family. And I still feel like I'd be homeless either way, whether I was successful or not. And then like one last thing, after he'd passed, there was like one weird thing in my woods. Like I had my window open. It was kind of like a warm day-ish, coolish. But like it was a screech I've never heard in nature, and I've been in the country my entire life. And like, no, I had to shut all the windows. And I mean, like, it was just like, it's a screech pretty much directly in front of me in the woods. And then I mean, within less than like a half a second, this thing is like a whole football field over in my woods, making another fucking. And at that point, I come flying in my mother's room, slapping her window shut. She's like, what are you doing? I was like, you don't want to know. And I was like, I just heard something. I don't know what the fuck it is. And like, I don't want these windows open right now. But that's about the last paranormal experience that I had there. Because other than that, no. I kind of became homeless eventually September 20th or 23rd, 2020. And then I was homeless from like 2020 to 2021. And not a lot of weird shit happened there. Well, no, at one point, I was out at somebody's house. And it was way out in the country. We're talking about like Whitney, like Eli Whitney country, like Saxville type shit out here in North Carolina. And no, I was out on the front porch. You literally see this light that looks like a star, right? The star's there, and then poof, it just took off, straight up, gone. And then, of course, you see the standard aviation response to something taking off in America's airspace that they didn't know the fuck was there. And they're trying to figure out what it was. Other than that, not a lot happened in 2020 to 2021. I'm really trying. Maybe like one time when I was in an abando, like I heard something running outside the front of the house, and I opened the door. There's nothing there, but you hear something running, and kind of see a shadow figure, ironically enough. And come to find out, I didn't see it yet in this house. It was hopefully somebody went into that abandoned building and took that picture of Jesus out, because there was a beautiful picture of Jesus. Like you walk through the doorway. If you were to turn right and go into the other room and look around this little protruding wall, they had a picture of Jesus up right there. It had like a star on it as well. It was like a night picture of Jesus with like the star. It was a beautiful picture. So I kind of contributed those two together, rather than being like, ooh, it was a demon. I think it was just Jesus running around keeping me safe from something, personally, in my opinion. But not a lot happened through 2020, 2021. Because mind you, I haven't even read the Bible from cover to cover yet at any of this point. I didn't read the Bible from cover to cover until 2023 when I got out of jail. But while I've been out here, going back to my childhood with that thing following me around, like that, some people would accuse of being a deer, fox, or whatever. I don't know of a deer, fox, or coyote or anything running to me when I yell at it. As loud as I fucking can. Oh, I forgot to mention that when I was doing the investigations too, because at the same time when I was doing those audio calls, 2 deers came into my yard. I had the flashlight on one. It was looking directly at me, and I was yelling at it as loud as I could. It was just looking at me. And when I said you're supposed to run when I yell at you, did it take off? And then eventually, I guess maybe it might have been the same deer, or another deer came in, and I was making a whole bunch of racket too, by the way. It came in the yard. It was in the yard. I was yelling at it. It didn't run off. It was walking off. And I said, at some point I was talking shit to it, and I said, get your ass back in the woods. Dude, this motherfucking deer literally stopped in its tracks and did this. And looked back at me. Like, what the fuck did you just say to me? And I was recording this with a flashlight on it. And what I failed to see, until when I went back and viewed it later, was there was something with a red eye, like a red left eye, like 7-8 feet up, standing up, peeking around a tree in the background. Now, mind you, I'm a logical person. We did have like bikes. Let's say somebody put a bunch of fucking bicycles back there in that yard, or like in the woods over there. So unless somebody had the bicycle and was holding it up, standing up, and turned around at like 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning in freezing fucking weather, mind you, to have it perfectly around that tree at that perfect moment, like, no, I caught that. That was that shit. But yeah, anyways, going back, when you yell at this thing that, you know, sounds like another animal, no, it doesn't, it shouldn't run to you. This thing will run to you, but it's like blind. Like if it was 100 yards off, you could yell at it. It's going to get to you in like 2 seconds, but it's going to be off on you. And like close to you, but not near you. And once you hear it running to you, you're not going to make much more noise about it. And homie, you really ain't going to see it, because it's low to the ground and like crawling. I mean, I've literally like yelled at it, and I've had it like run from like no further than like where, like, again, I'm here, no further than like the beer cans from me. Run right by me, just whoosh. And it was like, yeah, let me not do that again. And even then, I kind of did it again one night, but it was in a different set of woods, and then I ended up throwing a beer bottle at it at one point. And the only reason I think I hear it come around in the middle of the night sometimes, and I hear it come around, I start praying to God, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit from the sacred Bible to go away. And when I start praying for it, it's usually not making noise. But the second in my mind, and I start thinking it and praying to the Lord, does it start making fucking racket. That's the only time will it start making racket. Other than that, it'll make racket and all that time, and I'll pray for it to go away. But as I pray for it to go away and it starts making racket at the time, it'll make racket as it leaves until it's all the way gone. It's the weirdest shit I've ever seen. I think I saw another extraterrestrial. It might have been a small demon or something, but I was literally walking. I was literally walking somewhere, and then like something ran out from behind the bushes. Homie, I ran at it. I almost caught up to it, but it broke around the corner of the woods. And while it's breaking the corner of the woods, I'm right here on the edge of the corner of the woods. Like literally, if I put my arm out, I could damn near almost touch it. That's how close I got to it. But when I broke around the other side of the woods, there was nothing there at all. And then like, other than that, like, I was out in these one woods and I was camping there. I felt uncomfortable. I felt like I was being watched. I didn't fucking like it. Pack up my entire campsite, move in the middle of the night, just lay down. As I'm laying down, I see this other like mothership type thing fly over. This one had diagonal lights on it though. It was one's going. I wasn't fighting a cougar, I was petting a cougar, and that was an AI generated video from a picture of me asking Grok to make a video of me with mountain lions. Albeit, I think I've heard a mountain lion out here before, because it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, it was butt-ass freezing, and I heard that specific chirp a mountain lion can make. I called people. I was killed because we haven't had mountain lions out here since the 90s. So, like, I called, like, animal services and was just like, hey, I don't know, but like it quite possibly could be. I don't know why it's not attacking me. So, yeah, me with the cougars wasn't real. Me fighting that panther wasn't real. The bear wasn't real. The al-Baghdadi footage is real. And the most recent shorts I posted. Other than that, a lot of that's all AI generated content. Typically, if it's got music on it, like it's AI generated. And all you gotta do is check the description. I will not lie and tell you it's not AI generated. It literally says generated by Grok. And then it's altered content and like the video, like description and all those things. If you really look at it. I ain't trying to lie and deceive people and be like, ooh, I saved a polar bear cub from a fucking wolf and it chased me all the way down this mountain. And then the polar bear mom got rid of the wolf and I gave the cub back and the polar bear mom for it. Oh, it's not one of those dumbass ones. And they try to act like it's real because it doesn't say anywhere it's AI generated. No, it was AI, dog. Unless you're referring to a cougar as a woman, then yeah, quite possible. I never really hit a woman. I might have fought her verbally. That's about it. I can't hit a woman. I was raised better than that. Never mind, biblically, you ain't supposed to. No, it's an abomination to beat a woman. I'm homeless because I tried to do the right thing and rattled cages, and the rich people didn't like the rattled cages being rattled. Yes, it was AI. And then I put a sound clip of good kitty on it. Like, it was AI. Me finding a tank in the middle of the woods was AI. Bro, I don't have teeth. No, I don't have my dentures yet. So I can't even, like, you can't even get that confused yet. I would have been on my way to getting dentures February 5th. I'd probably be, like, in my surgery today or something, possibly. To get all my teeth taken out and to like then get like dentures fixed so I can have like teeth again, because like these down here only 3 can stay, and the doctor was like, you know, you could leave them there, but the stress that'll be on those with like the awkward dentures and shit, you might as well just get them all replaced. And I was like, I figured this was gonna happen, like, you know what I mean. I was like, I wouldn't be here if I would have brushed my fucking teeth. Simple as that. You know what I mean? You know, they were trying to, like, you know, not be like, you know, seem like bleak about it. You know, sorry for giving you the bad news. It's like, nah, doc, if I didn't do this dumb shit, I wouldn't be here. I get it. All I had to do was brush my damn teeth. I put it on anyone mode only, too. Is it, like, glitching out? Yep, it's glitching out. Oh shit, I put it on subscriber only. And outside of weird experiences, that's pretty much about it. Well, actually, no, that's a lot. That's a lot. I think the last weirdest thing I've ever happened was before I got this tent. I was woke up in the middle of the night, and my, like, you know how my old original A-frame was, where I showed you could flip up the side, and, like, you know, if it's a warm day or whatever, not raining, I could flip up the side. Well, the side was flipped up. I had went to bed that night. I woke up. It was probably about 3 o'clock in the morning. I heard something walking towards me. I couldn't see anything. And mind you, I got night vision. And where I'm at night, everything's illuminated outwards. So if you walk towards me, I can see your shadow. I couldn't see shit, and this thing was walking towards me, and there were 3 frogs making noises. I started praying to the Lord, and then did it stop. That's about the last weirdest thing that's happened to me out here. And, you know, I got a little bit of conviction in God, Jesus Christ, Holy Spirit, one sacred Bible. I couldn't see anything, so I didn't freak out about it, so I just rolled over and went back to bed. But, like, that's probably, like, the last weirdest thing that happened to me out here. And mind you, this is, like, from, like, 6 years old to 32. You know, this is months, years apart. This ain't like, oh, yeah, bro, I see skinwalkers every night, dog, and like, dumb shit like that. I know it's funny, but you know how some people are, they see a UFO and, oh, I saw a UFO tonight and I saw one last night. Oh, I saw one this morning. It's like, bro, what? I think Area 51 will be knocking on your door at that point. Oh, and no, it's a lie. The Maui fires. I got a controversial opinion on that, bro. The last one. I might think of some more, but like, I was out there, I had a campsite that was good, but sometimes I like to go back to this one spot for nostalgic reasons because I knew this shed was back there. It was an old work shed for a company my dad used to work at. I knew it was back there. I went back there and I'd sleep back there some nights. Well, this one night I was back there. Homie. Oh, and then nope, I'm missing one more thing because I got to get into this fucking shadow figures peeking around the trees. If you're sitting in the woods, as I said, the woods are illuminated, so whatever you see coming to you, you see the shadow. Dude, you would see these shits like behind the tree, like looking at you kind of like this around the tree, and then like get back. And no matter how much you laser focused on that tree, and if something tried to run or walk backwards, you'd see it. As you laser focus walk to it. Nope, there's nothing there. Even if you're looking up hoping it's climbing to try to monkey ape crawl to another tree somewhere. No, nothing. Nothing. And then going to these other woods, like kind of the same thing, but these ones weren't shadow. It was kind of close enough, and where they were, the moon was hitting good enough. Like, no, bro. This was something big. Like looking at me around the tree, like kind of sounded like a frog a little bit too. Ironically enough. Looking at me kind of big with red fucking eyes. I didn't move. I was laying there like, oh shit. And I was like, I don't know what this is. And, I was kind of like, I don't know. You can get into a cyberstalker situation type thing if you want. I'm not trying to like burn somebody, but I asked for an observation team. Apparently, an observation team meant a construction crew and let's build apartments here. And I want you to understand there were trees wider than this motherfucking tent that have not been touched since Jesus Christ has walked this planet. These people come in and destroy everything. And then, like, I'm not saying it couldn't have been an America thing, but then, do you have a laser hit Hawaii? I'm not saying it couldn't have been some laser weapon from space and a satellite, but at the same time, it's pretty ironic timing. Like, no, homie, you fucked up my home, I'm gonna fuck up your home. Because you gotta remember, these woods were untouched since Jesus Christ himself was on this planet. Untouched. I'm still going on the question Token had me with all the weird supernatural shit I've ever experienced throughout my life. And that should be about it. And I might think of something else, but like usually like the fucking epiphany comes in of what I'm forgetting. But that should be everything on all the weird shit. And again, this ain't every day. It's like years, months, weeks apart type shit. It's really weird shit. Oh, and actually, no, it's a lie. One last time. No, and it's the same spot where I was camping at there. Not only did I have that happen out there with the Maui fires and all that shit before that happened, I woke up one morning, right? And mind you, I just got out here homeless a little bit and I'm sober and stuff. And like, not even drinking beers and like hitting vapes or like any of that. I wake up, bro. I hear war. I fucking hear war. Like, no, it sounds like goddamn artillery, tanks moving, gunshots, everything else. And mind you, like I woke up and I'd been up for a bit. This ain't like, oh, I just woke up and I'm hearing this. No, I'd been up for a little bit. And no, I like sit out and like, I'm just chilling. And like, no. It was like war off in the distance. And it was just like, what in the fuck is going on? That's probably about the weirdest, like last weirdest thing I've had happen out here, like supernatural-ish wise. Yeah. You get to theoretically slow down and smell the roses for the flowers, so to speak, while you're out here homeless, let alone walking. Like, sure, you drive by a spot the entire time, walk by it. There's probably shit you're going to see that you've never seen before because you always drive by it. Be like, I didn't know that was there. Unfortunately, that's how they should kind of train cops a little bit. I don't know if they do. They should do it like a Bradford. Like, no, get out and walk until you know the streets, and then you can get back in the fucking car. I'm dead, Boot. Where the fuck am I? Off in the middle of fucking nowhere, huh? I gotta triangulate your location. Yes, this extra 30 seconds can dictate whether someone lives or dies. Or 5 minutes is finding your goddamn ass. But yeah, that's kind of all the weird shit that I've been through while I've been out here and like throughout my life. You didn't get specific of like just out here. So that's all the shit I've seen throughout 32 years of my life so far, going on 33 here soon in October. But other than that, yeah, that's all I've seen. I mean, I've literally went to like the Devil's Playground type shit. Or not, the Devil's Triangle with my brothers and like friends at the time. Like neighbors down the road that we lived at when we were kids. And going on almost like young adults. Like, no, we went to the Devil's Triangle. Nothing. Like, bro, we were out there for fucking hours. My brothers and shit went to the Devil's Circle. And allegedly, like, they got covered in ticks. They never camped there, but they got covered in a shit ton of ticks. So they, like, dipped out and shit like that. I wanted to go, but I think it was like I don't know. I don't think my parents would let me go or some shit. I don't know. I had more of a strict, like, little upbringing. I got freedoms a little bit, but, like, you know, when I was a kid, I had to be in the bed when Who Wants to Be a Millionaire went off the air. That's when I had to go to bed as a kid. I'd go to Taekwondo practice, come back, and then Who Wants to Be a Millionaire would be on, and then I had to go to bed. That's pretty much what my, like, elementary days were. And then middle school, it was kind of like, I think 9 o'clock. No, 8 o'clock. And then high school was, no, it was 9 o'clock. I think it was 9 o'clock for middle school and then 10 o'clock for high school. And then when it reached more my junior, senior year type thing, it was the weekend. It kind of didn't fucking matter. And even then, it didn't really matter in middle school and high school because I'd get my middle brother to wake me up. I'd go to bed at like 10 o'clock. I'd be like, hey, wake me up at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. And I'd play Call of Duty all morning. If I didn't finish my homework in class, I'd finish it like right before I turned it in, like in class, or I would do it before I like, you know, I started playing Call of Duty all morning. So I went to school at like 7. We'd leave the house at 7:30. I'd get there at 8. So I'd be playing for like 6 hours, and then I'd come home, play till like 10 o'clock at night. When I was younger, I was pretty much undiagnosed ADHD. I could be up for like 24 hours straight, take a 5-minute power nap and be fine. Like, bro, I'd be up in the middle of the night rearranging my room and shit and, like, not able to sleep, tossing and turning. I just had so much fucking energy. I'm like the Energizer Bunny. I just keep going and going and going and going. But I might have to, like, end the stream and restart it because, like, everyone's tuned out, no one's talking. I feel like my stream's been spiderwebbed off somewhere. And somebody's leeching pennies off my coattails. Because that's about all of the weird supernatural shit I've been through. Well, yeah, I mean, like, start talking, though. Like, I'm kind of done now. Like, I don't know where the conversation will lead to now. Well, that's YouTube doing it. I'm not block ban deleting it or hitting hide on it. I don't even see what you're talking about. Reword it. Space it out, like the letters out, misspell it a little bit so I can understand the word. That's all you got to do to get around that token. Misspell it a little bit, but make sure you misspell it to where I can understand it. And like space out the letters. Like if it was you were trying to spell the, put T space H space E. Or if you're trying to spell the, put TX, like a T X H E. I'll understand that means the. You know, you got to like jumble it up. It'll trip out the AI like that's like trying to cancel me right now. And anyone sending a message. Long story short. Should at least. Let me say should. Yeah, snow melt. The snow melted. Hold on 1 second. It's about the lag. Give me 1 second. The snow is melting. Or the snow melted. There's some places left where there's snow. That's just in the shade, though. But give me 1 second.